Yesterday at the other meeting?
Bay St. Louis?
Yeah, weren't you there yelling at me yesterday? I think you were.
I didn't yell. I was one of the only ones that didn't yell.
Go ahead. Glad to see you. Go ahead. I thought I saw you yesterday. I remember faces.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My name is Tracy Kuhns. I'm with Louisiana Bykeepers Fishing Community Family Support Center, and we're based here in Baretow. First of all, I want to thank you and our parish president and Mayor Kerner for putting this all together so that we have the ability to ask you for some help face to face, number one. Number two, we keep hearing repeatedly from fishermen across the entire Gulf. That's what this orange band is that everybody's wearing. Fishermen across the Gulf of Mexico, regardless of race or political affiliation, have all been severely impacted by this BP oil spill. When I look at these numbers of what has been paid out, $581 million to the food, beverage, and lodging industry, $430 million to the retail, sales, and service businesses, compared to $55 million to our seafood processing and distribution industry, tourism and recreation, $19 million, and for all of the fishing across the Gulf, it's only $135 million. What it seems to me...
Yeah.
What's going on?
It seems to me that that's should be a very good indicator that the claims process for the seafood industry is flawed. Byron brought some of that up. There are IRS regulations for fishermen and farmers that are not the same as other small businesses. So we keep getting denied over and over and over again because of documentation. If a fisherman from Louisiana brings in all of his trip tickets, documentation from the state of Louisiana, except that my husband was denied. My husband and I also have shrimp. That's what he does. He submitted every one of his licenses, all of his trip tickets, and he was denied. Never got a penny in emergency money. And that's not something that is an isolated incident, as you know, across the Gulf. So, number one, again, I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. We have to separate all seafood, fishing industry claims from the other claims. And I heard you say we've got somebody here in place from Louisiana. Just because you're from Louisiana does not mean you understand the seafood industry and the type of documentation that the seafood industry can produce.
Good point.
And so we need to hire local people that have a good understanding that can sit in there and intake claims so that they can also help folks put together the documentation they need. And you need to be more aware of what kind of documentation they are capable of producing, because otherwise these families are going to fall through the cracks. That's already happening. People are losing everything they've worked for. And I appreciate everything you can do.
I hear you.
There's a letter that was put together by groups from across the Gulf of Mexico, fishing families, with 3 specific asks.
Good.
And we would appreciate it if you would do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.